Here comes Buffalo again.
Oh.
What a block by Schmidt. He paid the price to make the play. Marchand the other way. Settles the puck down on the line. Marchand for Luostarinen. We're now 5-on-5. The penalties are over. And Mikkola got cut off. Oh my, Gadjovich laying the huge hit, and they go after Gadjovich. The big hit on Kulich, and Gadjovich jumped immediately. Marchand gets in there. Jones has a man as well. Gadjovich says that you want a piece, let's go.
Well, the Buffalo Sabres were accused a couple of times this year as when there was a big hit on one of their players and nobody was getting in. Well, everybody jumped in, and Gadjovich is already sitting in the penalty box, and they're still trying to separate players. It was a clean hit in the middle of the ice. Well, Dahlin, I'm not quite sure what he's going to do, but still yapping. Let's take a look at it. Here, Gadjovich just came on the ice. There's the hit. That's the shoulder. It's a clean hit. It's just unfortunate that young player, Kulich, he just had his head down. I'm not quite sure. He was trying to brace himself for the anticipation of the hit coming, but not much Gadjovich could do. He was just in the position right there and holding his ground. He never took a run. The elbow never came up.
Well, big meeting for the officials here to decide what the calls will be.
There's a major penalty on the previous play. It'll be under review.
All right, so they call it a major. They will review it. They can reduce that.
Well, it should be reduced. I mean, that's a clean hit. That's not much Gadjovich could do. He was in position A. He was standing still. I mean, the Buffalo Sabre came flying right in. I mean, there's no elbow. There's just the shoulder, and you got to keep your head up. In those passes in the neutral zone, you just flip them, and boy, you can receive a big hit. Now the officials are taking a look at it, and I'm not quite sure it was called, Goldie, was called a major to begin with. I mean,
yeah, once they got together, they then called it a major, and I like the rule that they could then, reduce it after they get another look.
Here's another look at it right here. I mean, Kulich he saw it was coming.
Yeah,
Gadjovich was basically standing still, and Kulich was coming out of his own zone with such speed. He couldn't stop. He couldn't avoid it. He just ran right into Gadjovich.
Well, there we go. We'll get the call now.
After review, there are no penalties on the play. We're going to skate 5-on-5.
The major rescinded. Come on back, Gadjo, says Paul Maurice.
Well, we were proven right. I mean, there's just no penalty on the play, let alone a major. Here it is. So the officials, give them credit, they got it right. Dangerous play at the end, you see there with the Gadjovich, obviously the skate came up and Kulich just underneath the face mask.
Yeah, and I wonder if the Panther bench now is wondering why there were no minors called on Buffalo. I mean, Benson and Dahlin, headlocked Gadjovich, jumped him from behind because the conversation is continuing. Buffalo's obviously not happy about the call being rescinded.
Well, I'm sure they saw that a few times as well on their monitors. Now we've got meetings now with the officials and the couple of players. There's Brad Marchand right there, and Alex Tuck, two veterans. Yeah, if there's no penalty called on Gadjovich, then if there's no call, no penalty, and then the Buffalo Sabres, not one but two of them jump them. I mean, and no penalties are called. I'm not quite sure. I agree with that.
All right, it gets interesting. The officials explain everything. Neither bench is particularly impressed, though the Panther bench has to be pretty happy. But, you know, all of that aside, Randy, I think it's great over the last few years, the NHL putting that rule in place, that you can review a play like that, because you get to a Game 7 of a playoff series, and it's happened. Imagine if you get the wrong 5-minute major, and it's not easy in real time to see it, so they end up getting it right.